afternoon, and thanks for stopping by Across the Fence. I'm Keith Silva. With the hot weather last week and the holiday tomorrow, it's the perfect time to fire up the grill. And that's exactly what Chef Marco has in mind. He's also devised a devilish side dish to go with the burgers and dogs. Viewers may remember that earlier this year, Marco became a U.S. citizen. And so he's also whipped up a dessert that's sweet and patriotic. Sounds like a certain chef I know. What's cooking, Marco?
Thank you, Keith. Hi, I'm Marco Ayala, and I'm here to share another recipe with all of you. And I am very excited for the opportunity to come into your homes and your living rooms or whatever you're watching Across the Fence on the day before a very special birthday that we all celebrate. And that, of course, is the birthday of our nation, 4th of July. This is a really great birthday because I think that it unites us all as a community, because how do we celebrate it? Usually by getting together, having a cookout, doing some backyard cooking, and spending time with family, friends, neighbors. And I think that that is the spirit of 4th of July. This is my first 4th of July as a citizen, so it's also very exciting. My very good neighbors actually got me this t-shirt that commemorates my citizenship. Having said that, let's talk about recipes. If there is a barbecue or any kind of backyard event and there's not deviled eggs, I am not happy. And that's how I found this recipe for $1 million deviled eggs. And look at that. They look great. Yes, they do look like your regular deviled eggs. There is a few ingredients here that make them really special. So if you want to find out what those ingredients are, stay with me. First, to cook your eggs, to a pot, you're gonna add 4 to 5 cups water, and you're gonna set it over medium-high heat. Then you're gonna add 6 eggs, and you're gonna let it boil. You're gonna count 1 to 2 minutes, and then you're gonna turn it off. But you're gonna leave the eggs in the pan for about 4 to 5 minutes. After that, you're gonna transfer them to an ice bath. Then you're gonna take them out, crack them, and carefully peel them. Then you're gonna cut the rest of the eggs, remove the yolks, and set them aside. Transfer the egg whites onto a deviled egg dish. Then, to the yolks, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons softened butter, 2 tablespoons mayo, 2 teaspoons Dijon mustard, half to 1 teaspoon hot sauce, 2 teaspoons pickled brine or olive brine, salt and pepper to taste, and then you're gonna incorporate all the ingredients with a fork. And I was so surprised to see butter and olive or pickled brine go into this recipe. The extra fat makes it like really silky, really smooth, and that little bit of pickled brine or olive brine, depending on what you have on hand, it really adds a little bit of an acidity to it that is very pleasing to the taste. Then you're gonna spoon the filling onto your egg whites. Make sure to distribute it evenly. You're gonna dust it with a little bit of smoked paprika. You're gonna chop some chives and sprinkle them over the eggs. And that is a really easy way to make deviled eggs that are going to fly off your dish because they're so good. All those ingredients together really work. So I hope you give this recipe a try. Let me know how you like it. So let's move on from our appetizer to the main event, if you will. I love a really good hamburger. So you may be thinking that a hamburger is a hamburger. You can add so many ingredients, and I wanted to really find a recipe that combined some of those really all-American flavors and put them into one recipe. And that's how I came up with this idea for an irresistible hamburger. There's a lot of ingredients there that are really going to please your taste buds. And like I said, they're those all-American flavors that we all love. So if you want to find out how to make it, stay with me. First, on a skillet over medium-high heat, you're gonna cook about 6 slices bacon. Keep an eye on it and make sure that it's well cooked, but not overly charred, and chop it well. This should translate to about half a cup chopped bacon. Then, to a large bowl, you're gonna add 1 pound ground beef. Then you're gonna add 3 tablespoons sour cream, 2 tablespoons softened butter, 3 tablespoons ranch dressing mixture, your half a cup chopped bacon, 1 cup Vermont sharp cheddar cheese, and 1/4 cup chopped onion. And then with your hands, you're gonna mix all the ingredients well until they're fully incorporated. You can probably notice now that all those all-American flavors are there for the ranch dressing, bacon, and also there's butter and sour cream in there that make these burgers extra juicy. And what's gonna happen now? We're gonna go over to the grill. Turn your grill on and set it to medium-low heat. So now let's make our hamburger patties and let's bring them to the grill. Next, you're gonna take your hamburger mixture and you're gonna roll it into balls the size of a baseball. You should get about 9 portions out of this mixture, depending on how big you make your patties. And I have to say, hats off to people who really know how to grill and get things absolutely perfect, because that is not necessarily a skill that I possess. Because my flames, as you can see there in the video, was a little high. However, they came out great. The ingredients really tied this together, and it's a really very interesting combination of flavors that I think that you really are going to enjoy. So to serve it, I decided to do a little salad there with the greens. And now let's add a little bit of tomato there. We put our top bun, and that is ready. And I'm telling you, you really have to try these burgers because we tried them earlier and they're really delicious. As it implies in the name, they're absolutely irresistible. So give them a try. Let me know how they come out for you, and also let me know if you had better luck with the grill than I did. So now let's talk dessert. Because whenever you get people together, family, friends, you want a dessert that is a showstopper. Something that is really going to have that wow factor. Let me show you this mosaic cake. And isn't this really pretty? Because it really does look like a mosaic, and it's all ingredients that you may have in your fridge or that they're very easy to find. So let me tell you how to put it together. First, you're gonna take your favorite box cake. In this case, I decided to use a lemon cake, and to make it to a mixture, I added my cake mix, 3 eggs, 1/4 cup oil, and 1 cup water. I mix it well. Then you're gonna take 2 8-inch pans, spray them with non-stick cooking spray, lightly flour them, and then evenly divide the batter between the 2 pans. Bake them at 350 degrees for about 20 to 22 minutes. Then, onto a mixing bowl, you're gonna pour all the contents from 1 container vanilla frosting. And with a hand mixer, you're gonna mix it until it's nice and fluffy. Then you're gonna pipe an edge onto the bottom cake. Add your favorite preserve. In this case, I'm using raspberry because that is gonna go great with the lemon cake. Add your second layer of cake and carefully frost your cake until it's fully covered. Now for the decorating part, it's actually very easy. All you need to do is get some candy melts. You can find them in your favorite grocery store, and it's very easy. All you're gonna do is take 1 cup of each of your candy melts and very carefully and in increments melt it in your microwave that you can then drop onto a parchment paper, spread it, and then you're gonna transfer it to the fridge to let it cool, because once you take it out, it will be very easy to crack it into small pieces to construct your mosaic. Placing all those little pieces of candy melts onto your cake, the result is absolutely worth it, because look at this cake. It is so cute, it looks so cool, and I really think that you're going to enjoy it. And I really want to look how this cake looks inside. So let's give it a try, and ta-da! Came out great. Look at the layers right there. This looks absolutely great, and I'm pretty sure it's delicious. And if you're wondering, Marco, how can I get all these recipes? Well, I think that you already know, and that is by going to the Across the Fence website that you can see at the bottom of your screen right now. And while you're checking out the UVM extension website, also subscribe to our social media so you can stay in touch with Across the Fence. And you can do that by liking us on Facebook, subscribing to our YouTube channel so you can get all the great content of Across the Fence right on your phone or your computer. So having said all that, I'm hoping that you're having a great summer so far. I'm hoping that you have tomorrow an absolutely amazing 4th of July. And from my kitchen to your kitchen, happy cooking, happy 4th of July. Thank you so much to everyone at WCAX that makes this show possible. And we'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Across the Fence. And I am going to try one of these eggs before we go, because they look great.